Buenos días a todos. Quiero agradecerles a todas las personas que se están conectando el día de hoy. Hoy estamos con Andrew, quien es representante de Newcastle University. El día de hoy nos estará contando un poco acerca de la universidad, nos estará contando de la oferta académica, cómo aplicar y adicionalmente a eso nos estará hablando del convenio que tiene actualmente con Colfuturo. Es un convenio nuevo, el cual otorga un 20% de descuento. Ya más adelante Andrew va a ampliar la información. Al final vamos a tener un espacio de preguntas y respuestas, entonces los invito a que si van teniendo preguntas, dudas, pueden escribirla en el cajón que está en la parte inferior de Zoom, que es el cajón de Q&A, que al final Andrew les va a dar respuesta. Andrew, muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros y por aceptar la invitación. Puedes iniciar.
Hola Alejandra, hola a todos. Muchísimas gracias por su interés y su apoyo. Mi nombre es Andrew Fleming. Voy a hacer esta presentación en inglés para que se animen y para que se empiecen a acostumbrarse del acento. Pero si quieren hacer sus preguntas en español o en inglés, como ustedes deseen. So let's begin. My name's Andrew Fleming. I'm an international recruitment officer for Newcastle University. I am really happy to be here with you all today, and I really want to thank you for your interest in the university. I'm really excited to be able to talk to you about this wonderful city. This is my hometown. It is a really, really special place. I spent about 5 years of my life living in different countries. So I lived in Spain and I've also lived in Mexico. But I always wanted to come back to Newcastle, my hometown, and I'm really happy here. And I'm sure you will be incredibly happy when you get here too. So let's begin. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the city of Newcastle. So it is an incredibly lively, friendly student city. So there's so many things going on, so many things to see and do. The people are incredibly friendly. Maybe that sounds funny because I'm, I guess, one of those people, but it's a very friendly city. So we're in the northeast of England, and we're by the coast as well. So, but yeah, the people, they do say the further north you get, the nicer. We are a very kind, friendly people. It's not like when you're in a big capital city and everyone's rushing around and things like that. You don't get that feeling. The people are very friendly, and it's a student city. So we only have around 350,000 people in our city, but we have two universities which take up about 60,000 students. So it's a big percentage of the population of the city is a student. So you guys really run the place. It is a really, I'll show you some more pictures of this. Obviously, you can see I'm a big fan of the river. This is a wonderful place to go along, and this is right in the city centre. There's some beautiful places to go and walk along. We are a river city and we're a coastal city as well. That green bridge there, that may look familiar. So that was designed by the same person that designed the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So about the city. So we're one of the best student cities in the UK and one of the best in the world. And we're also very affordable as well. So if you've been to London before, you'll be very aware, for example, in London, that it's a very expensive place to visit. And believe me, it's a very expensive place to live. The cost of living in Newcastle is significantly cheaper. By all means, go and visit London. Get on the train. It's about 2.5 to 3 hours on the train, or just under an hour if you want to fly to London. But by all means, go and visit as much as you want to. But the cost of rent in London is significantly higher, 2 to 3 times more than it is in Newcastle. So it's a very affordable city to live in. It's a very safe city as well, because as I've mentioned, it's not too big and it's a nice compact city. Everything's within walking distance. It's really, it feels really safe. So Newcastle, I always like to say Newcastle has big city vibes. So we have a very famous football team, Newcastle United, now the richest football team in the world. Colombianos will of course know Tino Asprilla. And I'm not sure if he's still here. He was here for a long time after he finished playing football for us. We have a famous football team. Our football stadium is in the city centre. You cross the road from the university and there's St James's Park, the football stadium. So we have a big football stadium. We're very famous for our nightlife in Newcastle. Lots of festivals, concerts, big names, for example, Dua Lipa and The Weeknd will be coming here very soon. It's got everything you'd want from a big city. We even have a Hard Rock Cafe, which I know is very big. It's a popular thing for big cities. We have all the good things that you want from a big city, but without the bad things that come along with a big city. So, for example, we don't have much traffic problems. Everything's walking distance. So you can walk, leave your campus, leave your accommodation, sorry, and the campus is right in front of you. Turn left, and 2 minutes, you cross the road and you've got all your favorite bars, restaurants, coffee shops, everything. So everything is in walking distance. And that's something that you don't always get to enjoy when you live in a big city. Again, living in a big city, normally the cost of living is high. So Newcastle, as I've mentioned, it's a lot more affordable and you can afford to live in the city centre. If you were to go to London, you wouldn't be able to pay the rent to live in Kensington or central London. You need to live out on the outskirts, I guess, and get the tube in, the metro. In this case, you wouldn't need to. So you get all the good things from a big city, but without all the bad things. We do have an international airport. So for a city of only 350,000 people, to have an international airport is really quite impressive. And you can travel all over Europe. And there are some flights, there's some flights to the United States and also flights to Dubai. It's a really compact city, so many things to see and do. And we are by the coast, so it's a coastal city. So you can get the metro, it's about 20 minutes to the beach, and there's some beautiful beaches that we have, really, really special. And another interesting one is it doesn't rain as much up in the northeast. So you may think of London and you'll think of romantic comedies, Hugh Grant, and it's always raining and things like that. And I guess sometimes that maybe is a stereotype about England, but in Newcastle, it doesn't rain as much as other parts of the UK. And for example, it doesn't rain as much as Mexico City. So it has everything. It really does have everything. We have lots of historical architecture. The city's called Newcastle. We have castles everywhere. So this is some of my favorite parts of the city. So we have Grey Street, that's right in the city center. Some beautiful architecture there. So we have historic architecture and we have modern architecture as well. Of course, we do have castles. At the top of that monument there is Earl Grey. So if you like tea, you'll have definitely heard of Earl Grey. So he was the Prime Minister of England and he was from Newcastle. And the Earl Grey tea, the blend of tea that was given to him was quite something unique that hadn't been tasted before. And that's why they named it Earl Grey. Long Sands Beach, so one of many beaches that we have in Newcastle. So you can get to I grew up, as I went to school by the beach. I used to go and play running and play rugby on that beach when I was a young guy. And it's great to go for a walk in the summer, go and maybe jump in the sea, go get some fish and chips. So it's really nice to have the coast that you can get to whenever you want to. And of course, down by the river, I've mentioned the historic architecture. We've got loads of beautiful modern architecture as well. This bridge here tilts so that boats can go underneath it. And it's called the Millennium Bridge because it was built in 2000. And we have Jesmond Dean. So we've got, this is about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes walk from the city centre. And it's a beautiful big forest that you can go and visit and enjoy. So we are considered the metropolitan capital of Northeast England, and we're incredibly well connected. So yes, we have an international airport. You can fly all over Europe. You can get to London really easily as well. Scotland is very close by, so we're really well connected. It may look like Newcastle and London are really far away, but England is a small country, so it really isn't far at all. Outside of the city centre, we have, guess what, more castles. So we have Bamborough Castle as well. We have Hadrian's Wall. So Bamborough Castle was used for a lot of films, for example. What's that TV show called? Oh, I forget that. Downton Abbey, that's the one. So they used Bamborough Castle for some of the Downton Abbey filming. Hadrian's Wall. So if you like Game of Thrones, the story of the wall from Game of Thrones was based on Hadrian's Wall because it was a Roman wall that was built to protect us from the Celtics, the Scots, and you can still go and visit that wall today. So it's a little bit smaller than it used to be, but it's still there. And Alnwick Castle, which isn't far away either, and that was they used that to film a lot of Harry Potter. So our campus is right in the city centre still. I wasn't lying. If you just look to the left of the building there on the left, you can see the football stadium, St James's Park. So it is a very pretty campus, red brick campus, very traditional, very historic with beautiful architecture, but it's right in the city centre. So it's really green, really pretty, really nice to walk around our campus. We also have a modern campus as well, which is just 10-minute, 15-minute walk from one campus to the other. just on the other side of the football stadium. And there we have some beautiful modern architecture as well. So we have the old and we have the new. So this is a full overview of the city of Newcastle. So I've done my best to paint that image in your minds, and now you can see it. So it is a very compact city. There's so much going on, so much to see and do, but you can pretty much walk everywhere, which is great, which is, I think, is something you'll value, that you'll get all the good things. You'll never get bored. There's so many things to see and do, but you don't have all the stresses of living in a big city. I'm in Mexico right now. I lived in Mexico City in the past for 4 years, and I know what it's like living in a big city in Latin America as well. The traffic, the stress, the pollution, all of that, the public transport issues. You won't need to worry about that in Newcastle. Everything's going to be at your doorstep. So we're, of course, a top-ranked university, one of the best in the world. So we're a top 150 university, and we're also a member of the Russell Group, which is like the Ivy League of the UK, and we're also one of the best universities in the UK. And if you're interested in business, we have a fantastic business school. We have a Triple Crown accredited business school. So if you're really serious about studying business, you want to go to a business school that has the Triple Crown accreditation. There are about 100 to 110 business schools in the world that have that. So it's not a common thing to have. So it's something that you should really value. And these are some of our specific rankings. So we cover everything, and I'll show you the programs. But for example, we do have some specific programs that are really highly ranked. So agriculture, we do run and manage our own farm. We're one of the best in the UK for art and design as well. We have some fantastic museum facilities that students can use themselves. And this is our full list of programs and faculties. So we have 3 faculties: humanities and social sciences, science, agriculture and engineering, and medical sciences. So I'll save my voice and I'll just let you have a little look at the programs. We have lots of programs in humanities, business, law, archaeology, modern languages, architecture. So a vast range of programs in that area. And then in science, agricultural engineering, we have loads and loads and loads of options. So as I've mentioned, we're by the coast, so we have marine sciences. We actually manage our own, as I've said, we have our own farm, but for marine sciences, we have our own boat that goes out to sea. We have a little boat and a big boat. And we have a laboratory on the beach. So it's really quite something special if you're into marine sciences. There's loads and loads of programs. Classic programs, engineering programs, but also modern programs like bioinformatics, programs that 10 years ago, you would not know what any of that meant. Cloud computing, 10 years ago, I wouldn't know what that was. Game engineering, software engineering programs that now are so important and so relevant. So we have a really, really wide range of programs in science, agricultural engineering, and medical sciences. So our medical school is based within a hospital. It's a teaching hospital. And it's one of the best hospitals in the world. It was voted top 200. I think our first ever case of COVID in the UK, they were taken to this particular hospital because it had one of the best infectious diseases wards in the country. We cover loads and loads of different subject areas. We have a vast range of programs that are really, really popular. So applying, what do you need to apply? So normally, I know for most of you, you'll be looking for a master's degree. So we're going to be looking for about a 3.8. So we have 2.1 and 2.2, but the vast majority of our programs are looking for a 2.1, which is a 3.8 GPA at Colombian scale. English language, course something. If you're going to England, you're going to need the language. So most courses are going to look for an IELTS 6.5. When you find the course that you're interested in, the website has everything there. So you can go and enter requirements, pick the test that you're taking, for example, the TOEFL or the IELTS, and there it will tell you exactly what we're looking for. How do you apply? Well, we have a postgraduate applicant portal. It's one portal and you can put all the documents that you need to apply in there. And we also, if you're looking for any scholarships or anything like that, you can apply through there too. When you get updates, everything will be in that portal for you. So it's a brand new portal that we just got this year, but it's really good, really helpful and really easy to use. So our accommodation is all about a 10-minute walk from campus. So it's really, really nice and close to everything. And we have loads and loads of different options as well. So we have university-owned accommodation, but we also have privately owned accommodation with loads and loads of different options. So if you are looking for, maybe you are going to do an MBA or something like that, and you're in your 30s and you're not keen on sharing an apartment with loads of 18-year-olds, which would be my case. There is postgraduate accommodation. We also have ones where you can share a bathroom or you have your own bathroom. I guess it just depends on your budget, but we have options for all budgets and all needs and wants. Our university has loads and loads of different options to enjoy societies. So we have what we call a students' union, which is the social hub. So in there we have bars, restaurants, even a nightclub. We have a coffee shop. We have a supermarket. And that's also the home of all our societies as well. So any hobbies or interests that you want to develop, I'll give you some examples later on. We also have 60 different sports clubs. And also, if maybe you're not going to be the next LeBron James, but you want to try and play basketball, you can do that. So there are chances to just give it a go. There are like fun where you can just turn up, there's the ball, and someone will show you how to play, and they'll put people together who with different levels of skill. So it's a nice way if you want to make some friends and try a new sport. I definitely recommend that. And we have a fantastic sports center, brand new, with the fantastic equipment all there for you. And we also have indoor courts, and of course we have outdoor courts. We have football pitches, rugby pitches, and hockey pitches, and things like that. So these are some of the societies that we have. So we have now a Hispanic and Latin American society. So students from Spain and Latin America get together. Maybe they miss speaking Spanish, so they can hang out together, and it's a really fun thing. They go out and they go to reggaeton parties and do all sorts of all sorts of fun activities. So I really recommend you join that. We have a salsa society as well. So Latin culture is growing in the UK. More and more people are interested in learning salsa and bachata. British people famously can't dance. So by all means, I'm sure you'll be better than every single one of the Brits that are out there. So come and show us how it's done. There's loads and loads of different societies, any hobbies or interests. And guess what? If you find there isn't a society for you, you can create your own. So maybe there's a hobby of yours that you don't find on the list, but you want to create your own, and you know some of the people are interested in that. You can do that. You can create your own societies. So this is the big one. So Newcastle University and Col Futuro have recently updated. We've updated our agreement, and now we're now offering 20% discount to all students funded by Col Futuro. So that's a nice extra help for you. We really want to see you over here in Newcastle very soon. We're keen to work with you. We're keen to learn from you. Students from Latin America, students from Colombia are something that we value on campus. You guys work really hard. You come from a wide range of backgrounds. You have so much culture in your country that we want to learn about. For the UK, Latin America is quite a new place. So a lot of us don't know a lot about Latin American culture. So we're really keen to learn more about the culture, the food, the music, the dance, as I've mentioned. So I really want you to come and celebrate who you are, and you'll be the big name on campus, as they say. You'll be famous. Person from Colombia, and we're really interested in Latin culture. You'll see that there are more and more Latin American bars and restaurants appearing. We really want to know. So you guys come along and show us how it's done. And we're keen to have you on campus. We want to learn from you and your experiences. When you come to study in the UK, it's not just about taking notes from the professor. No, it's about you coming and telling us about your ideas, sharing, having discussions, having debates with other students, even with the professors. That's what it's about. It's not just about taking notes. We have big classes where it would classic like you'd see in the American movies, but we also have seminars, smaller classes, 10 to 20 people. That is where you get to work together with people from all over the world. So our courses, our classrooms sometimes feel like UN meetings because you have students from so many different countries. And that's something that's super important as well, because your CV will be worth its weight in gold and more. You print it in gold, because when you go back to Colombia or when you stay in the UK, whatever it is you plan to do, these cultural competencies, understanding how people from other parts of the world work, will be super important to an employer. So I really think you should value that. And we're really excited to increase the discount for Col Futuro. And we hope to see lots of you with us in Newcastle very, very soon. I'm going to show you a quick video, and then we'll wrap up the session. And then it would be great if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. So do let me know if you can't hear it.
When you choose to come here, to Newcastle, you're choosing more than a course. You're choosing more than a university. You're choosing to live in the heart of our north, to live in a city as vibrant at night as it is by day, to be part of our community, where people matter above all things, to be connected to faraway cities and global destinations, and to grow amongst green spaces and striking places, historical secrets and modern masterpieces, amongst new friends and world experts. And we promise to be by your side as you become who you were born to be, as all those things you thought you would never do or couldn't do are taken in your stride. This is where your future starts. Your life will change, and so will the world.
Ok, so muchísimas gracias. Espero que les haya gustado y les haya servido de interés. Les aviso que pronto voy a estar ahí en Colombia con ustedes. El próximo fin de semana estaré en la Feria Expo Postgrados en Bogotá. Creo que está en el Hyatt de Salitre. Entonces ahí nos vemos este fin de semana y luego creo que es el miércoles o el jueves. Voy a estar en Medellín para otra feria también. Entonces espero que puedan pasar a saludarme en el stand y podemos hablar un poco más sobre la universidad. Y pues gracias. Espero verles muy pronto, sea en su país o en el mío. Gracias.
Muchísimas gracias, Andrew. Vamos a esperar a ver si llegan algunas preguntas. Mientras tanto, me gustaría preguntarte qué recomendación le das a las personas que están en este proceso de aplicar acerca del tiempo de preparación que deben tener. ¿Qué les puedes decir?
Sí, porque si su plan es ir este año, recuérdame, Alejandro, ¿cuándo cierra la convocatoria?
Ya el 28 de febrero,
Ok.
cierra la convocatoria.
¿Y cuáles necesitan una oferta por parte de la universidad para poder o no?
No, para acceder a los convenios no necesitan carta de admisión, simplemente se registran con la universidad. Si salen seleccionados, nosotros le enviamos la lista de personas que seleccionó por futuro a la universidad para que pues ya puedan hacer el proceso.
Ok, entonces los estudiantes para el cierre de la convocatoria, que es en unos días, no necesitan carta de la universidad.
No, no.
Ok,
No
excelente. Miren, pues todavía tienen tiempo para aplicar a Colfuturo y espero que escojan Newcastle como una de sus opciones. Cuando ya eso suceda, les pido que apliquen, pero también les pido que me hablen a mí, que me contacten. Porque si necesitan su carta con cierta prisa o algo así, yo puedo ayudar a adelantar o hacer un poco más rápido ese proceso. Entonces, cuenten conmigo con eso. Lo que van a necesitar para aplicar a la universidad para una maestría es el título de licenciatura o el bachelor's, creo que lo llaman pregrado en Colombia, si no me equivoco, pero
Así es.
ese título. Ajá. El IELTS o TOEFL IBT, el IELTS académico, el TOEFL IBT, el inglés que vamos a pedir. De ahí necesitamos 2 referencias, de preferencia, referencias académicas. Habla con tus maestros que más les has caído bien y que ellos te hagan unas referencias en inglés. Si no hablan inglés, puedes ayudarles a traducirlo, ¿ok? Lo que es importante para el título y la carta de materias, la lista de programas materias, esos documentos tienen que estar en inglés. Necesitan un traductor oficial. Pueden ir a la página de la Embajada Británica de Colombia y ahí está una lista de traductores oficiales que pueden usar para traducir esos documentos. La referencia no necesita una traducción oficial, puede ayudar a su maestro para escribirlo. Si ya tiene tiempo desde que estén en la universidad, podrían intentar hacer una académica y una profesional. Eso no hay problema con eso. La copia de su CV también. Y último, el personal statement, una afirmación personal de por qué este programa ¿por qué esta universidad? ¿Por qué voy a hacer después, terminando este programa? ¿Qué es lo que voy a hacer después de terminar? Y ¿quién soy? ¿Qué experiencias traigo yo? Como les decía, van a estar en clase con gente de todas partes del mundo. ¿Qué experiencias traes tú? ¿Qué has hecho para que tú ayudes a la riqueza cultural en la aula del clase? Entonces, eso es lo que nos interesa. No es un ensayo como lo hacen en Estados Unidos, es una afirmación personal de quién eres. Y básicamente eso es todo. No, no se requiere el GMAT, nada de eso. No, ya hicieron suficientes exámenes, ¿ok? El IELTS y el título y la tira de materias está bien. Eso es lo que necesitan y ahí está mi correo, pueden ponerse en contacto conmigo si tienen más dudas y estaré muy feliz de hablar con ustedes.
Perfecto, Andrew. Bueno, parece que no hay preguntas, entonces todo quedó muy claro. Ya saben, le pueden escribir a Andrew y en los próximos días también estaremos enviando esta grabación a sus correos electrónicos si quieren revisar algo nuevamente. Entonces, Andrew, muchas gracias por estar acá, por tu tiempo y por toda la información que nos diste.
Muchísimas gracias y ojalá nos veamos pronto por ahí.
Así es, el sábado nos vemos que
Ok, nos vemos el sábado.
estar en la
Excelente.
feria.
Ok, perfecto. Pues hasta pronto y muchas gracias. Estamos en contacto.
Vale,
Saludos.
chao.